Now what's funny is I actually bought some blackberries, a big old blackberry bush to plant, and this trip I noticed that there are millions and millions of blackberry bushes all over this property here. Here's even another one. I mean, oh, here's one over here too. There's one here, another one here. So I've already got a bunch of wild food already growing in here, which is going to be perfect. It's going to help out a lot. Now, I'm planting a couple cool things on this trip. I'm going to be planting, well, I'll show you guys. Alright guys, so here's what we're planting. There's that big blackberry bush. I've got so many blackberries growing around here, but just in case, I'm going to plant one because you never know. But I got one of the wild grapes that I dug up right next to the sidewalk near my apartment. And I got a big old sorrel that's going to seed. Now the reason why I brought this one here is because I'm hoping that all the seeds will plant themselves, and I'll have a little patch of nice lemony tasting sorrel for some wild salads. And then here's the big one. Here's the big old blueberry bush that I was eating blueberries all spring and beginning of summer. I'm really glad to get this thing off the porch and get it into the ground. Now I've got a couple other things over here. I am going to be planting a lot of fences with cactus, primarily prickly pear cactus, because you can eat the pads down in here. You can eat the pads, you just kind of scrape the thorns off. And the best part about it is the prickly pear fruit. Now the prickly pear fruit, if you guys are interested in it, go ahead and look it up on YouTube. There's tons of recipes for making jelly and making juice. But prickly pear cactus fruit has been eaten for thousands of years by people too. And it's so good for you. You cut them open, they're bright red, looking like big fat little cactus nodules that turn bright red, and you cut them open and they've got a bunch of seeds, and they're even brighter red on the inside. So they're really good. I'm going to be having a video coming up about I got a whole bunch. I've got probably about, I don't know, 10 pounds of prickly pear cactus fruit that I'm going to turn into juice and make some jelly out of. So I harvested some of these pads, and I'm going to use these as a natural fence that deer and anybody else won't want to walk through. And they grow pretty quickly, and I only got a couple this time, so I'm just going to plant a couple of them. So now another thing I got to plant are a bunch of sweet potatoes. Now you're probably thinking, oh, it's fall, you shouldn't be planting sweet potatoes, but I'm gonna dig them up, dig a hole and throw them in the hole, and hopefully I'll have a nice purple patch of purple leaf sweet potatoes growing, spreading out, making a nice ground cover. So now, in addition to the stuff I'm planting, I'm also planting some lab beans. I got a big old pound of red scarlet beans. These get like 10. Ooh, these guys get like 10 feet tall, and I'm gonna let them vine up the trees. And they're cool weather, so just for fun. But I've also got some vetch. It's ashtamine, so it's like a type of vetch. And I've got a pound of barley, a pound of oats, and a pound of winter rye. Oh, and I've also got some apricot seeds and some wild grape seeds. Now I mixed them all together and make it easier. Put them all in a big bag, all the vetch and all the oats and everything. And if anybody was wondering about these big bags of grains, I actually got them from So True Seeds. They're based out of Asheville, North Carolina, right down the street from me. And their website is sotrueseed.com. And they are non-GMO, heirloom, and locally grown in the mountains of North Carolina. So it's very cool. They got a lot of really cool stuff, so you guys can check them out and get a couple pounds of seeds. So is he helping plant the beans? You helping to plant the beans, buddy?
Show Dad how you do it. You get the hole. Watch it. One. Take a hop. He'll be alright.
Alright guys, now I just got done planting everything else. I spent the last couple hours just throwing seeds and planting potatoes and sweet potatoes and all kinds of stuff. Now the last thing I'm going to be planting is the prickly pear cactus. Now I'm pretty close to the border of my property, and there's a little trail right here that goes from the next lot all the way over here. And I figured if I put these prickly pear cactus in the middle of this trail, that'll kind of slow the traffic coming onto my property from the deers to eat all my apple trees and all my blueberry bushes and stuff. Now, what I'm actually going to do, now there's no roots on these cactuses, but they root very, very easily. Not to mention they don't need a lot of requirements like water and all that other stuff. They're cactuses. Now this is partial shade. It's not full shade. I've got an opening right behind me that allows the sun to come in here full. And what I'm going to do is just take the shovel and make a little slit into the ground. Take the cactus pad and stick it right in the slit without pricking yourself, which I did. Okay, and just kind of cover it up with some leaves a little bit. By next year, it'll have little even more pads growing out by next summer, and it'll start to fill in this little pathway right here and kind of, like I said, slow the traffic from coming over here, either from the neighbors or from the deer. So that's about it. I'm going to get through planting the rest of these guys. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and leave a comment below.